technology. Let's get this together so we can get into try something new. I'm hopeful that this is going to work for us today. And we begin this new destiny, this new place, this new space, this new anointing, this new power, this new gratefulness as we are entering in this marvelous Monday. I'm Michelle, I'm your motivator. Yeah, I'm your intervolutionist meditator. And in today's Michelleology Intervolution Meditation, we are going to go forward like we've never gone before. Why? Because this is a new start, the beginning. It's a place, this space where you can operate in your greatest version of yourself. Okay, let's get this adjusted so we can go and do this. I am so glad that you are here today. I am so glad that you have decided to come forth in this place, in this space. Let's see where we are. We're adjusting. Just give us a moment. Give us a moment. Give us a moment. There we are. Had to get some adjusting done. Let's see. Let's see. You know, with all this technology, we have to get it together. So as we begin to go on this journey today, I'm excited. Are you excited? Of course you are, because we have to be in a place and a space where we can allow ourselves to be our greatest version of ourselves. And so as we enter into this day, did I bow to the divine presence in you? I'm sorry. Yes, I bow to the divine. I bow to the divine presence in you, because I'm just getting adjusted here today. And it's the things that you just be patient. It's the things that we're having to do that's going to get us straight in the camp. So just give me a moment. Give me a moment. And as we begin to go forth in our day, we begin to move in the greatest version of ourselves. We begin to know and seek who we are. So today, our subject is going to be choose life. But what we're going to do is we're going to begin to breathe. We're going to begin to find ourselves in this space and in this place that's going to allow us to be who we are choosing to be today. Come on, let's breathe. Breathe in. Release. Come on, breathe in again. Release. One more time. Breathe in. Yes. And as we begin to do that, we begin to set ourselves up for the greatest version of ourselves. And so I am so excited today. Our subject is choosing life. Sometimes you may ask yourself, what am I choosing for my day? Now, you might say just because you're awake, that means your day has been chosen to live. But I love to use acronyms. So my acronym for life is living in full energy. Or living in full energy. And so when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you need to be awake and aware that you are in this present moment. As you become awake and aware that you're in this present moment, you provide a way and a place for you to go forward for your day. If you're going to wake up thinking, oh, it's Monday, I got to go to work. Oh, I can't stand this job. If you're going to wake up in that space, that is how the rest of your day is going to continue to be. So the very first thing that you must do is acknowledge your thoughts. If your thoughts are in a negative energy, a low frequency, a low energy, then what you have to do is you have to make a shift. Now, when you begin to make a shift, that means you move forward, you move beyond what you're presently thinking and what you're presently perceiving for your day. And as you begin to do that, you begin to move expeditiously through this dark little moment. It's only a moment. I know you think it's your whole day, but it's only a moment. So if you're very knowledgeable that this is only a moment that I'm experiencing. This is not my life. This is not me living in my full energy. This is just a small place that I must add light to. And once you begin to add light to that one small place, then it begins to light your whole day. So when you get up in the morning and you're feeling that fear, I had a conversation with God and he said to me, when you wake up in the morning, attack the first fear that you hear within yourself. And then when you look at that fear, you cannot resist it. You must pull it up, acknowledge it, and then find a polarity for it. I told you a polarity is always the opposite. It is the opposite of what you're feeling. And so we have to design, create, and enlighten a day for us that is going to be what we will for it to be. Remember, create your day. Don't let your day create you. As you do that, then you provide a place and a space to allow yourselves to experience the day in a purpose manner, in a destiny manner, and allow yourself to go forth in your greatest day. Remember, this is your greatest day. No matter what happens in this day, this is your greatest day. You are loving your life because this is your greatest day. Just perceive in your mind and in your imagination, what would it look like if this was the greatest day ever? Then you'll start to feel the power within inside of you. You start to feel those things. You start to become your greatest version of you. You'll start to be that which you have purpose to be. Yes, it's good in the neighborhood. So choosing life, choosing to live in your full energy causes you to move in your imagination in a positive way. Does the situation change? No. Maybe, maybe not. But your perception of the situation changes. So as that change, then you become something different than you started out when you first woke up. Meditation is always good. That's why we breathe at the beginning of each segment, because the breathing adds life to you. The breathing causes you to release the toxins, and it causes you to inhale the newness, the new breath, the life, what God is giving you to be in this present moment, in this present day. Do not allow yourself to go through this day not experiencing the greatest, the most spectacular events of your day, because all of this space is a place for you to create your greatest version of yourself. As you begin to do that, you walk in some power that you never experienced. That's living in the full energy. So you have you have all these options. You have all this space to create. Then you're walking in the imagination of God, which is unlimited. Then you have opened your eyes and given another opportunity to walk in this place, in this space. You have the opportunity to be, not to try and be, but to be everything that your heart desires. So let's do a heart check, right? Let's do a heart check. Put your hand on your heart, and as you begin to do that, focus. Come on, focus there, and all those 6,000 and 7,000 thoughts begin to stop, because now you're focused on the truth. You're focused on God's voice. You're focused on faith, and as you do that, you live in your full energy. Because remember, everything in this universe is energy. And what we attract is going to be based on what our energy is. What we attract is going to be based on what our energy is. So if you walk into wherever you're walking into and you just decide this is going to be a bad day, this is going to be I just feel it. Begin to change the atmosphere. Begin to do your heart coherence. As you begin to do that, then you cause yourself to be in a different place, in a different space. What's going on with my necklace today? Let's get this right. It's a distraction. So, see, that was an energy that was causing a distraction for me. So, when we make a decision to choose life, to choose the tree of life, to choose living in full energy, then we go to a place in a space that can cause us to change. And when you change, you're growing. And when you're growing, you're knowing. And when you're knowing, you're in the now. It's a snowball effect. It just keeps taking you from faith to faith and to glory, and you don't have time for that little habit that you had. You don't have time for people with negative attitudes. You don't have time for doing nothing. You don't have time to have pity parties. You don't have time to be stressed, depressed. You don't have time for drama. You eliminate all of those things when you live in full energy. The fullness of God, the fullness of his imagination, the fullness of his power, the fullness of his anointing. And the list just keeps going and going and going. Remember, you're always going to live. You shall never die. You just change positions. You just get a new location. You just get a new assignment. So some people are so worried about dying that they refuse to live. And as you refuse to live, you eliminate that energy that God has given us that will cause us to expand, to increase, to motivate, to create, to educate, to inspire. And so we have so much going on for us. It is unreal. It's unreal how much we have going for us. And once we allow ourselves to live in the fullness of that energy, then we allow ourselves to be the greatest version of ourselves. Don't you want to stop duplicating other people? Don't you want to begin to create your own lane? Don't you want to know or will to know that you are a force to be reckoned with? I hope this is going through. I don't know with this new technology. I don't know if it's going through, but I hope and pray that you are getting the message today that this is your finest moment. This is your greatest version of yourself. This is the place and the space that you cause yourself to be. To be or not to be is the question that you must ask yourself. And as you begin to ask yourself, then you begin to move in the highest, the greatest, the most anointed place that you can ever be. You begin to hear what the Spirit is saying to you. You begin to walk in your power, your love, your understanding, your overstanding. See, this life is not hard. We just make it hard. And we were learned for it to be hard. But when you return back to your original state, you're equipped for such a time as this. You have everything that it takes to be in this space, to be in this place, to be in this anointing, to be just to be. Let's stop trying because we already know that trying is planning to fail. So if you don't want to plan to fail, stop trying and just be because you're equipped for it. I'm telling you today to choose life. You are equipped for it. You are eating from the tree of life. And as you begin to eat from the tree of life, you become the greatest version that God has created. You become the best you that you can be. You become that which He's called you to be. We're so busy trying to duplicate and be somebody else. And while we're doing that, we're just losing. We're losing it because we're trying to duplicate something that we weren't required to be. And we're trying to get in all these cliques and these clubs, and we're trying to do that. That word trying is again planning to fail. Anytime you're trying to be like somebody else, you're planning to fail because you are an original. The best you could be of trying to be somebody else is a cheap copy. Mm. Ooh, things that make you say, a cheap copy. Why do you have to be a cheap copy when you're an original? Choose life. Choose to live in your energy. There's no competition with you living in your own energy. There's no competition with you living in this greatest space that God has given you to create and have dominion over and dominate and do all those things. Yes, we're in that space. We're in that place. We're in that option. We have a choice to make. We have a free will. What choice are you making? Oh my God. What choice are you making? What place are you taking in your life, in your position, in your space, in all that you have been called to be? It's time. It's time for us to go in so we'll never be without. It's time for us to motivate, to encourage ourselves, to be our greatest cheerleader. Because when you're choosing life, you may be the only one there, but you got to perceive yourself as among millions. In your imagination, you may be looking in your mirror and you only see yourself, but there are millions. You got to imagine millions. You have something to offer to this world. You have something to offer to this place and space. So what we want to do today is we want to choose life, living in full energy. And once you do that, you allow yourself to get in your place in your space, to stop existing, but start living. Living in full energy is what life. Well, this is Michelle, and I'm your motivator. I hope I have motivated you on this motivational Monday. I know uh, we had some issues with going on. I hope you all can hear me. I'm going to go back and listen to it, and then if something's wrong, I'll redo it. But if you got the gist of the message, it's living in full energy. And so I wanted to also invite you to make an investment in my new writings called Me. And you see it, it's called Me. I'll pull it back a little bit. And it is on Amazon.com. If you go in for an investment of only $15 as you can invest in this, you would invest in some power, some inspiration in yourself. It moves you to a place that you can see yourself. It's going to be a mirror for you. That's the first time I heard that, but it's going to be a mirror for you. Although the writings are what I wrote, the me is going to be transferred to you, which meaning me. It's going to be transferring to you so that you can see the things you need to subtract, multiply, add, and divide in your life so that you can have mental stability and not be double-minded. Yeah, so I'm excited about those writings. I'm excited about the broadcast. Listen, we're going to be here again on tomorrow, and we're going to find other ways in which God can use us. And I don't know what's going on here. Other ways that God can use us in this space and in this place, okay? Well, this is Michelle, and I'm your motivator. I'm your spiritual evolutionist. Listen, you've been created by the Creator to be creative, so start creating your creations today and stop duplicating, all right? Create your day. Don't let your day create you. And as we begin to close out, I hope this broadcast wasn't too confusing because we got a lot of things going on with this video. And so we are allowing ourselves to put us in a space to grow and to know and to get better and to be a ministry, be a motivation, be a spiritual place that you can come to renew your spirit, revive your spirit, and take you to the greatest version of yourself. All right. Well, may the love, joy, peace, power, and sound mindedness be your soul food for today. And until tomorrow, we will meet here in this same place, this same back channel, and we will begin. I thank HAPS TV for allowing me on this platform. Please subscribe and support this broadcast. Begin to share and just let people know that we're here. We are here to enlighten, to expand your consciousness, to just open your perception with your inner eye and close your perception with your outer eye, causing you to know all things. Okay? Well, be blessed on this motivational Wednesday. Did I say Wednesday? On this motivational Monday. What is going on here? On this motivational Monday, we are excited. I'm moving too fast. We're excited. So be blessed in this place.